Hey, welcome back. Or if you're new here, my name is Daryl, and I have a passion for Vedic astrology. Welcome to my channel. I would love it if you could subscribe and share and tell me how you became involved or learning about Vedic astrology. I've been vacillating what I was going to share about today. I'm going to give the current update, but I also have something in my heart. And as much as this isn't a venue for me to just dump my feelings, I wanted to say that considering the current transit, and I'll explain in a minute, I can see how people are interacting with one another and how feelings are easily hurt, and we can become wounded, and then we decide what to do with that. We have choices. I love that saying that Brene Brown uses a lot, and it's really a speech from Theodore Roosevelt about the man in the arena. And when you put yourself out on social media, here we are. It feels a little bit vulnerable. I feel very vulnerable, and I'm not a good speaker or recording myself. I don't even take selfies because I don't like to see what it looks like, and that's ego in the way. But I feel like I have a passion and a message, and I can tell you for sure why I'm on this planet. And that shows in my personal chart. And what Vedic astrology can do for people is to help give them a guideline on what the reasons are that they do certain things, these pattern behaviors, how we can grow in a spiritual way, and where our blind spots are. So current transit, let's talk about that because this is on me. You can see here we have Jupiter has gone retrograde. So it was here for a little while in Aquarius, and it's just slid backwards. And it was here quite some time ago, but Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde. When a planet is retrograde, it strengthens the karaka of, emboldens that karaka for that particular planet. What is karaka? So for Jupiter, it'll give us opportunities to either strengthen our hope, our teachings, have concerns around those areas, our children. It interrupts the living things that we are connected to. And I say interrupt, but it just gives us opportunity. These karmas can ripen at any time, depending on your Vimshottari Dasha cycle. That's another big word, but this is where predictive astrology comes in. So for everybody collectively right now, what's happening where Jupiter has gone into this area of Capricorn, we're reviewing our belief systems, double checking and make sure that we feel safe. This is an area where we really like to be safe and controlled and locked down. And, I've talked about this before earlier with our, at the beginning of the COVID-19, where people are scrambling for toilet paper at Costco, and there's not going to be enough, and hoarding things and these fear-based actions. And Saturn retrograde, this is actually the sign of Capricorn where Saturn rules. So it does well here. Jupiter does not do well here. But together, what that really can give us is opportunity to double down on our teachings. The guru is the Sanskrit word for Jupiter. So we can connect with our teachings, connect with our hope, our belief systems, review that, and use Saturn as the ability to push through, to endure. This is where we make our sacrifices for the things that we really want to bring out into the world. So like when I said I'm vulnerable right now, because I feel very vulnerable, I'm willing to make that sacrifice because I think maybe if one person can hear something that maybe will help them, then I'm glad I did it. I don't do this for money, right? I have a day job, but not that I couldn't cross it over at some point. I would love to do that. But my point in even becoming slightly vulnerable on YouTube or anywhere is to show people that it can be done, and that the message that you carry, even though you might not see it, might be helpful for somebody else. And why I think Vedic astrology is really important is because it guides us. Each of these planets, called grahas, it means to grab. They influence us on a daily, and we don't even really recognize it. Like we blindly drive from one freeway exit to another and don't even remember how we got there, right? But these planets can influence our lives in a very big way. And when we don't have that guidepost and we don't know what the next turn is, the challenge is to figure it out. When we put ourselves in that victim state of, oh, well, this happened to me or that happened to me, we don't hear the message. And oftentimes the message is in the stars. We look there for guidance, we connect with the divine, or whatever your practice is. Maybe you have a spiritual practice or yoga practice or a religious practice, whatever that is. We don't hear the message until we're quiet enough. Anyways, this is a good time to be very quiet. What else is really nice, I like this, is the sun is in Leo, so things are happening in a bigger way. And this is our identity. Depending on where sun is for you in your birth chart, it could be something completely different, but we will feel emboldened here and wanting to do things in a bigger way. But it's pretty close to Mars, so it burns off some of Mars energy. Mars is our action and wanting to move forward. So interestingly enough, Mercury's in its own place. It does well here in Virgo. It's exalted here. Venus is in Libra. This is where it belongs. Same thing here. Saturn over here belongs right here. So these planets are really giving us this strength to act in certain ways. Be careful not to say too many things too fast that you might regret. But take your time for discernment. Be careful, cautious. Take the time for the humor. Enjoy the Venetian type things that you love. Maybe it's a beautiful meal with family, or maybe you'd like to anchor down in some really sweet music and put the sound canceling headphones on, whatever that is for you. This is a good time for that. So I just wanted to give you a quick update. We'll be having a full moon here in a couple of days. But yeah, I just really wanted to connect in and let you know this is hard sometimes to get on a video, and I really like to do it because I want to help people. And that's truly my calling, I think, is to help other people. And if this isn't it, I do it in other ways too. But my learnings and my lessons are to show up even if it feels weird. So anyways, I hope you all have a blessed day. Thanks for listening. And please like, share, subscribe, whatever that is. If you want to know about your chart and you don't know anything about Vedic astrology, please email me. I can get you your ascendant and that pins everything else, or we can do a reading together and I can talk to you about that. So anyway, have a really good Tuesday. Woohoo!